Yo, okay, I am live. Yo, hello everybody. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm Ryan Ford. I'm back again. If y'all caught the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening DX run this past Friday, so yes, I'm the same guy. A man of many talents, a man of every talent. Come on. Yeah, I'm just teasing, but yeah, hope y'all enjoy. This category is actually one of my favorite categories. Beat Mario, which is not a main category for the community, but it does have a lot of tricks from most of them, which is pretty dope. Every talent. Yeah, I just made that up on the fly too. All right, I'm gonna count down from 3 for the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. I forgot I was gonna start my own timer for this run particularly. It's fine. All right, so gotta do a creme coin cheat. Doing very specific movement, which will spawn 75 creme coins for this category, which is what separates it from doing 102%, because in that category you would what's it called? Have to do all the bonuses and beat all the bosses to be able to get all 75 creme coins. So yeah, since it's a fun side category, then do that cheat right there. I had to keep jumping over those 2 bananas specifically as well, otherwise that coin wouldn't have spawned and I would have had to reset. So the beginning is kind of scary, like jumping late by accident or like pressing it too early and not having an input during like the door transitions. So got Rambi here, first instance of this jerk. And yeah, there's the first DK coin as well. So you just do this level warpless, so you can cruise through. It would take too long to take the warp and then backtrack for the coin, or to do 2 visits and then quit out of the level on the 2nd visit or something. Whoops. And then yeah, this DK coin is right at the end, so we just do the normal warp. If you're familiar with wrong warps in this game, then since for this route of this category, I am playing on version 1.1, so I could do wrong warps, but I will be sometimes. Depends on the stage. That's pretty brutal time loss there. Try like close to 6 seconds, I think. Going for a trick called the Big Boy and an extended trick called Jedi Boy, but where I was gonna do 2 super jumps off of throwing Dixie into that enemy, but I don't know, my jump button didn't buffer or something. You have a pretty big window there to buffer jump, but I didn't get the input, so I just fell. Yeah, so DK coin at the end of that level as well. DK coin and kind of near the end of this level too, so just warping. I did a trick called Luck Job before, where I jumped into that warp barrel instead of raising the water and then swimming all the way back there, which I think saves like around 10 seconds or close to 10. Alright, so oh well, okay, since I climbed up by accident, I'm gonna just do this slow end. So if I hit the target by hovering into it and hitting it low there, I could cause a soft lock to happen, where the camera would be infinitely scrolling down and won't exit out of the level after you complete it. Which did happen once in practice yesterday, so hey, since I messed up the setup, it's maybe better I didn't go for the optimal movement. So that works. So yeah, Crow, biggest instance of RNG in the run, so these last 2 cycles, 50% chance to get a fake egg or a real egg, so I got 2 fakes in total, which it's like average-ish. Yeah, yesterday's practice run / PB attempts, pretty bad luck, like almost the whole day, except for the last run. I think only the last run had like 0 fakes, so the rest often had like 3+. So doing a wrong warp here, Oh my gosh, this band-aid on my thumb actually is like a pain doing a trick called 2-1 jump there, where you press jump and then exactly 2 frames later cancel it by pressing team up, and then you kind of have like an airborne state. And then when your team up animation completes, there's a 2-frame window where if you press a jump in the first 2 frames of it completing, then you will jump higher than normal. And what's it called? So there's a stage exit code there that I did. That was newly discovered this year. But yeah, so you'll jump higher with the 2-1 jump. So it's a frame perfect input into like a 2-frame window input, which will probably come up later as well. Fortunately, it's not like mandatory to get good times with it, at least. Or how tight the trick is. Alright, so the first secret level, or extra level, Jungle Jinx. All the bonus levels, the bonus stages in these levels have, they give you a DK coin instead of a Creme coin, like you would normally get when you complete a bonus. So, you gotta do all of them, and this is the reason for the Creme coin cheat, because you have to pay 15 Creme coins for each of these Lost World levels. So, yeah, and then the cheat gives you 75, and there's 5 Lost World levels, so, yeah. No, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh, shoot. I was just trying to, like, rest my thumb, and I, like, fat-fingered the B button. That's crazy. Oh, that's such a silly way to die. Bandage Johns. Dude. That's crazy. That's such a silly way to die. Like, I'm confident that I would die, like, normally during the run, but oh my god. I'm kind of miffed that that's, like, the way to have a death. Just because I hurt myself by accident before the run. It's crazy. Alright, anyways. So yeah, when I was a kid, I thought I was a genius with this bonus where it's like the only instance of a DK coin being inside the bonus. So yeah, so we don't have to complete it because we don't need the Creme coin, so we can just grab the coin and fail the bonus. What do you call that talent? Hey. I have a talent for making mistakes. Oh, I also forgot to talk about Scrolly Scroll because I was like complaining about dying. That trick I did earlier. Most categories you commonly will see it in Hornet Hole, the first level in World 4, where we do a variation with Squitter. Because we need Squitter to get the DK coin in that level, we actually won't be doing the Scrolly Scroll there. So that's the, this Jungle Jinx one's the only version. Doing it with Diddy is... Actually, there's an easier version with doing it with Dixie and taking damage with Diddy, but if you screw it up at all, then you're dead. And in this route, it's slower because that previous level, Cannon's Claim, it would be 2 seconds slower to start the level with Dixie than to start with Diddy. And then the Dixie version of Scrolly Scroll saves 1 second over the Diddy version, but yeah. But then you would lose time in the next level, so it's overall faster in this category to do it with Diddy. Whereas in, like, I think 102%, it's faster to do the Dixie version. Which is also a little easier, which is nice. So there I did what's called a goal swap. I had an airborne state, I think because of getting shot out of that barrel after I got the DK coin. And then you have like an airborne state there, and then if you press swap on the goal, it'll trigger the goal while swapping your Kong order. So this is a really difficult level, so I might be partially quiet while playing. Alright, yeah, so gonna be trying to carry Randy throughout the entire level where you're not supposed to, so gonna be doing a trick here called Move Your Signpost, TM. Alright, so I did a trick called Flying Rambi as well. Where oh shoot, I gotta do the backup strat here. Okay. Dismounted and remounted on Rambi, and what's it called? Oh yeah, and also this is just for showing off in marathons. This actually loses like 4 seconds, but I love showing it off in like marathons and stuff. the gray double Dixie fanfare. But yeah, actually my PB, I did get a fanfare there by accident, so probably like breaking even with that run. So it's what you're supposed to do is dismount off of Rambi at the end and kind of land on the left edge, that little tight corner, like right beside the goal, and then oh god, what do we do in this category? You could do either like a team up goal, which is like the 2-1 jump setup will also trigger goals while you're grounded, or you can do like a kind of like crotch goal thing where you like roll off the edge, but then your like roll animation is like high enough that it'll hit the goal still. It's like weird, but yeah, did it for the fans. Also, I saw Graceful Shutdown and K-Fit in chat, so what's up? Some community members. So yeah, Cleaver, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this boss also has RNG, not as impactful as Crow, though. Because yeah, where the cannonball spawn is random, so you can lose like yeah, I think up to like 2 seconds depending on RNG. Save or lose up to like 2 seconds roughly. Then yeah, I did what's called lava fly, so I like flew across without spawning the hooks to save about 4 seconds. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I saw a ping from the AGDQ Discord, so I was like, wondering. So I thought I did everything. Yeah, my bad, I got like distracted a little there. Oh yeah, I wasn't looking. Did I do Flying Diddy? I hope I did. Alright, so World 3. So there's no more dev intended warps anymore for the rest of this game. Every level in World 1 and World 2 has a warp, but you know, I didn't take them in a bunch of levels in World 2, especially. Oh my gosh, and I forgot, I didn't even talk about the big boy that I did in Cannon's Claim after I got that DK coin in the bonus. It's kind of what that trick that I failed in World 1 was supposed to look like when I mentioned. In the at the start of level 3. What's up, Bishop? Was that you who did that? Alright, and yeah, it's a little bit faster to actually play this part with only one Kong, because you save time on lag frames. So I forgot about flashing lights warning, because whenever I'm like turning around and stuff, they're it's gonna be flashes as well. So yeah, you want to try to like tightly cut corners without like bonking into them. I swam too high by accident there, so I was gonna get hit by that enemy, so I decided to go over him. So I actually had to purposely slow down there. And then yeah, you would get this DK barrel to get Diddy back here, but yeah, I didn't want to risk dying from a mistake though, especially in a marathon setting, but And yeah, it's not really even like that much time that you save. Just a chunk of lag frames. Everyone's allowed to lie per day. Oh my gosh. Allowed 1 lie per day. Uh-oh. I got baited. Alright, so revisiting the level because the DK coin's at the beginning, but it is faster to do it in 2 visits than to backtrack all that way. Or backtrack, like, back to the start. Alright, so... yeah, another going left for the... or a going left for the DK coin, 1 right at the start. And then, yeah, we kind of just play the rest, like... the rest of this level, like, any percent after you get the coin. So, going for a wrong warp around the midway barrel. I actually really love this stage warpless. It's, like, difficult, but, like, fun to play, I feel. It's, like, easy to die in. Especially trying to be optimal in the latter half. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so it is faster to exit the level and try again. But yeah, it's too far forward by a pixel. Now I'm too far back, barely, yeah. Oh my god. Can't believe I'm having trouble with this. Ugh. I think it's legit been like months since I failed this, and I failed it twice in a row now. Oh man. Pain. There you go. So yeah, there's like some bug, I guess, where when the Cutlass is raising his swords, it has like the same properties as the code that ejects you out of levels whenever I've been doing the wrong warp sometimes. Like I did in 2-1. Second level roll 2. Or first level roll 2, sorry. So for whatever reason, yeah, you have to like damage Dixie there for that setup. So there's a few Cutlass wrong warps. There's another one that I'm gonna use with dying in Castle Crush as well. That's similar. I think that's the only other one I'm gonna be doing with the Cutlass in this category, if I recall correctly. Or this route of the category, because actually, yeah, that all in this category. I was thinking of Fiery Furnace, but forgot that either version of the route actually would not do that. So yeah, kind of sucks I got hit, but fortunately there's an invisible DK barrel at the end. Also, yeah, it sucks that this song is like... it's like the only time in the game that this song plays. So I've been having trouble with this wrong warp lately, like yesterday particularly. I have no idea why. I hope... or, well, so we normally, like in any percent, would do a wrong warp with this bonus barrel, but if you throw it to the right, it actually launches you up really high. Oh, of course it works when the run's dead and not on PB pace. Every run where I was massively ahead, it just failed for no reason yesterday. Which was like 3 times, I think. And then it worked like every other time, every other day, except for... oh, whoops. Yeah, so DK coin's right at the end, so because of that, then want to grab it there. Also, shooting yourself all the way up there with the bonus, Dixie actually is kind of like intangible to everything, so like she couldn't go in that barrel, she can't trigger the end goal as well, so you need to swap Kongs there. So because of that, we play Black Ice Battle now instead of after Rattle Battle in this category, even though you gotta backtrack on world map movement. Aw, I hugged the wall by accident, so I killed all my speed there. It's kind of a big time loss because playing Dixie here is a little slow, and because this, yeah, I'm gonna end up bashing that B because with Diddy, if I threw that clobber barrel, then he would have hit both Bs with this throw animation, but with Dixie, she can only hit the bottom one from that range, so. Alright, I'm gonna play this part safe because it's very easy to fail this bonus with the first jump that I did, but then I failed the next 2 jumps, so. You usually want to clear over 2 Bs per jump, but oh my god, I kept jumping slightly too early. Because the last 2 sections, like, it's easier to jump over both of the Bs, but I was jumping too early on those ones particularly, so. And if you fail that bonus, then you have to exit the level or take a death on purpose to go get the cannonball again, and then and retry the bonus. So even if you could climb back up, it would just be like monstrously slower. Alright, so I held left there before shooting out of that barrel to offset Diddy's position there. And was able to use my iframes to run along the vines to skip a bunch of barrels to shoot. And whenever a barrel is facing the direction I want to already go, then you have a 3-frame window to shoot before it ticks to the next spot. Oh, are you kidding me, man? I moved like a pixel too far. It's annoying. Alright, so I don't know why I struggle with this thing, even though this is supposed to be the easy strat, and I just, like, for whatever reason, can, like, never get this anymore. The Dave clip, or every man's clip. Yeah, so I was supposed to, so I try to do a big boy, and then, team throw up into, yeah, big boy, and team throw to clip through the vine, and then, yeah, I failed the big boy. I was like, I barely didn't get enough height because I like slid too far forward before throwing Dixie, so I didn't have the position to gain height properly. Alright, so kind of got the snoozer boss currently. It's usually be like a donation reading kind of fight, but yeah, I've got like about 1.5 minutes of cycles. So the way to speed this up a bit, my bad, I was counting there. So yeah, you can hit them a little faster like I did right there. If you let him drop down and both of you have your back turned to each other, so that you can use like Dixie's like the start of Dixie's throw animation when she whips her hair back to hit him as soon as he lands. You can save about like 20 frames per cycle, so save a little. So yeah, like maybe about 2 seconds throughout the whole fight, and you fail any of the cycles, you lose like upwards of 10 seconds. So you like throw too early or move at the wrong time that he's not turned around, like if you move too soon. So I think it was due to like the old school like Japanese community. They found a strat to just like count Dixie's like oscillations when she picks up the barrel, and she's kind of like breathing and like bobbing up and down. So yeah, so that's reads the cycles, so 6, 4, 2, 2.5, 2 again, and then 1. Nice, putting the donate command in there. Please donate. And yeah, so Hornet Hole. It is slightly faster to do. It's called Diddy Hornet if you just if you swap to Diddy at the start. By I think it's like about half a second, but it's significantly harder, and it's very easy to just like lose all the time that you like would have saved by any mistake. So normally we would do scroll with this hook and squitter here, but since I need to get the DK coin with squitter, then yeah, I don't do that in this category. Yeah, because that B right there in the way. And then, yeah, kind of just go straight to the end of the level. Which, I guess in real time, it's a little faster to carry Squitter the whole way through. My up press didn't input there, so I just shot that web straight, which is annoying. So I was holding diagonal up and left, but... So I wasted a little time getting hit for no reason. But yeah, so... Auto-scroller! So yeah, there's some like very small saves that you can do, like optimizations here, where when you're jumping off of these carts onto another cart, then what's it called? You want to jump off as early as you can and land on the next cart as soon as you can to save a handful of frames each time throughout the level. Yeah, if you're too early, obviously you'll just miss the cart and die in a lot of cases, but we don't want that. And then there's two long gap sections where this one is the mid barrel, so jumping over that flitter saves about half a second instead of bouncing off it. And then there's another section near the end where you can skip over one of the flitters as a Diddy and save another half a second. So hidden DK coin right there. So chat, you normally say yes to swag or say no to swag? Because there's a community split for the swag balloon right here. So yeah, as if you hit that X barrel, the door will close, and then you'll lose a Kong. So waste time. You lose like 4 seconds to that, roughly. So this stage, Bramble Scramble, want to do the wrong warp first, and then do this level in 2 visits. So there's like a sloped edge there, kind of the same as when I did the invisible object to move your signpost in Red Hot Ride to keep Rambi. Oh, whoa, what the? Throughout the latter half of the section. Oh, I'm bad. And yeah, with that you can get an invisible object with Beetle Clash, because some of the steep slopes like force you to turn around, and if you let go of Y to throw, try and throw an object, then yeah, you can get like with beetles, then you can it like lets them go as you turn around, so, and you'll re-grab nothing. Oh, that's annoying. I hate when that happens too. So when I took damage there, I like got forced to turn around for no reason. That like seems to occasionally happen there. I have no idea why. And before dev exits was a thing, which I did right there, then we would die on purpose there after getting the DK coin, because when I wrong warped out of the level, then the level state is like not completed technically, so you can't press start and select like how you normally would to exit out of levels that you've completed. But due to that like newly found dev exit, then you can exit out of any level. So you have to pause and then press was it Y and right, left A, up B, and then down and X. So it's like the opposite direction of like the face button that you're pressing. Alternating. Or together, I guess. Yeah, there's a newly discovered dev code that also brings you out of a world map, that brings you to the outer world map as well, but it's banned in this category. Community decided to ban it in this category, which it would save time near the end of this run. Oh, whoops. What's up, Happy by 3? I forgot to swap Kongs before going on to the goal. My bad there. Oh, what the? I had a dead roll there, so didn't get to go for the harder strat at the start. Wow, what? Huh, interesting. Don't read chat, by the way. I reacted to it, but I still bonked. That sucks. Okay, I'm not gonna go for that strat anymore. So if you do like an extended roll where you roll through this flitter and then roll again, you can save like 10 frames there, but yeah, I don't know why. I got like the bad pixel or whatever, so I didn't roll across the gap. So yeah, Mudhole Marsh, be one of the toughest levels generally. You're going for Under the World, skipping the midway barrel. We'll see if I pay for that or not, but oh, I'm gonna have to slow down here because I messed up the movement. That's okay. Yeah, so normally there's a wrong warp done with that cannon. And there did what's called a moonwalk. Again, that happened yesterday. Oh my god, it happened once yesterday too, where my second roll just didn't input there for no reason. It's so frustrating, but oh well. Yeah, I genuinely think this controller is dying, so that's probably why. I think I was gonna not get that, actually. There you go. I had to wait a bunch of cycles. Pain. So yeah, because since that DK coin is right at the end, then you can get forced to play it again. If I had Diddy still, I would have, so when you swap Kongs, the items on the goal are still cycling as you're swapping, but then everything else would stop. So like the barrel that was moving from that enemy, and the timing would line up with the first barrel if you went there like full speed and then just like swap Kongs and like stopped everything else. But yeah, because my roll input not happening yet again, then I was Dixie, so. Oh, also Dixie has a slower run speed. I forgot to like mention that about the run, so. Yeah, so there I did a club rolling for another invisible object, and it's like very specific movements I was doing. What the heck happened there? Well, I failed the second one, so that sucks. So yeah, I think this loses like 20 seconds or something going through this, most of this auto scroller, instead of being able to shoot myself across most of it. Yeah, so I got the first one, which also saves a lot of time, but yeah. So, I forgot where I'm supposed to shoot. Yeah, it's like here, I think. Yeah, that was slightly late, but better safe than sorry. And then the goalies over here. So, you really don't want to get bonked backwards. Yeah, those spikes. Yeah, if you roll off of an edge, then you can jump out of your roll pretty much at any time before your roll ends. There's a hint from Cranky Kong in one of his like house areas that mentions that. I didn't know about it for Donkey Kong Country 1, but then he like mentioned it as a hint in this game, and then I was like, oh, does that work in Donkey Kong Country 1? Back when I was like a 5-year-old kid, and then me and my friend that owned the games, like a neighbor, then me, him, and my brother, we went back to try it out in DKC 1, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, you can do it in that game too. Oh shoot, I don't think I was gonna skip the cycle, but it sucks anyway. So should get a really high damage boost here. I'll get this midway just in case. And yeah, the DK coin is right here. Normally on the outer part, before I went inside that, inside those two doors, there's like an invisible hook over there that you're intended to grab. But since we got Ramby double jumps, then I can yeah, just get the DK coin like that, which is actually how I did it as a kid. I thought it was because of the honey that you get a double jump as a kid. Just so dumb. So like I never knew about the invisible hooks until I was watching someone doing a blind playthrough of the game after I had learned to speedrun this game a few years ago. So I was like, what? It's funny. And then yeah, I did a trick called a death jump earlier, where I did another double jump right above a death plane. But it becomes not a death plane anymore if you scroll the camera far enough left. So with the, oh my gosh, I meant to go up one section there. That was an accident. I hate making that mistake particularly. I bonk. Yeah, so 3 hits per phase. Got the community meme to never sleep on the king. Alright, so since I lost Diddy, I gotta get the barrel back. Fortunately, there's one like near the start, so which teaches you this rope gimmick as well. So gonna take damage here to beat Diddy again, and to use the iframes to roll through that clobber, which is a little faster than swapping at the start. Oh yeah, since Dixie's fanfares are faster by about 3 seconds than every time that we have to do a fanfare, I've always been trying to be Diddy, or sorry, trying to be Dixie. So after bosses and during yeah, after bosses and during anytime that we have to hit the goal target for an item or something. No, I got a really long left hold for no reason. That's annoying, man. I was trying to jump to the right. Yeah, I did what we call back ropes. You can grab the rope from the front and then jump through, which it's kind of easier to do, but then also if you what's the issue with front ropes? Sometimes if you have like too much speed, you'll like clip through the rope and just fall to your death. So back ropes is generally safer, but if you have a crappy controller, then it can be punishing. Oh well. So yeah, you can save a little bit of time in this level from maintaining your speed in some places where you speed up with the cart, and generally jumping up steep slopes and jumping down steep slopes, and jumping through these doors also saves time too. But yeah, I need to like watch a task at some point to like actually like learn this stuff properly. So no, I'm definitely not doing it optimally either. 'Cause yeah, you can save a handful of seconds throughout this level with all the frame savers everywhere. And then yeah, Cackle, not a boss. We've got different flavors of bandanas too. Alright, so you gotta remember to not forget this DK coin here. Oh, I didn't swap conks. I forgot that I got hit in the other end of the other stage, so. Yo, thanks, CJ. There's a guy that's grinding for world's record in this category. If you wanna catch his streams. Oh, not again. I jumped like a frame too late. Got the bounce on the rats. So missing a trick called Kipple's rat roll. We can roll through some of those rats in that one section that I was complaining about. So yeah, DK Coin is like out in the open here, but these World 5 corners are kind of janky, so sometimes like, oh my god, like sometimes your like roll speed will get like eaten partially or completely, so sometimes scary doing that roll. I normally have like a pretty normalized setup for it, but I forgot to do it that time, so glad I didn't get punished. And then, yeah, I have forgotten that DK coin at the start in a run before. I forget which category, but I forgot it, but one of the categories that you get the coins. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool party trick level if done right. Where, you know, it's like not using the parrots. Oh, I didn't get a jump input, man, that's annoying. Fortunately, there's a DK barrel right there at that part, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I love doing that level cleanly, but yeah, got hit in one spot. At least it wasn't one of the parts where you're guaranteed to die, if anything. So, it's like not so bad. What? What happened there? I also like kind of was not looking that hard at the screen because that was kind of a free roll. But yeah, oh my god. This time I actually had a dead roll for no reason. It's annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna bet that I somehow got like an unintended jump. I'm gonna like look at the VOD later to confirm my suspicion because I was only partially paying attention. Because I only had to just hold Y and right there, and then I somehow died on the last rat. So. Oh yeah. Another byproduct of this dying controller again, so. Oh well. Anyway, so Webwood's pretty tough stage. I think I'm dead. Yeah. How do I even explain what happened there? So I did what's called the leap of faith, and where we use like one less web platform there, but you want to try to jump from like the very edge of the web, but because I was trying to I was holding down and right to shoot webs downwards at these enemies that would be in the way, then at some point I got only a down input. Oh, why am I going this way? Whoops. So I have Dixie this time. Yeah, I got only a down input and Twitter like stopped briefly because of that, so I missed. Or I jumped from too far back because I got like a stutter for no reason due to controller issues yet again. So yeah, this DK coin flashes for like 11 frames, so it's pretty cruel. The devs knew what they were doing to like make you have to play that level again a lot, and without doing instant web platforms like I was by pressing well, for me I just pressed both of the shoulder buttons together, L and R. Then it's forming platforms right under me every time. But then casually, like, people won't know about that tech. So you're shooting like one platform at a time and slowly platforming, and then like one mistake kills you. So it's like frustrating generally. Alright. Let me do a thing real quick. For the marathon, since this run already, this pace is pretty bad, so get to show that off for fun. Obviously I wasted time, but the swapping and everything. Ooh, I got the frame perfect bounce though, where you get that DK barrel and bounce on the clobber on the same frame, then you won't get that like freeze animation where when the barrel breaks and the game freezes and then your Kong rejoins you. Oh my god. I hit the I hit the ceiling barely and got stuck there briefly. It's a very annoying way to get hit, but so yeah, there's DK coin here. I might have started that too low. Never mind. It ended up being fine. Wow. Alright, see if I die or not to random BS. Hopefully not. That's insane that I got hit there. Alright, we live it. Oh my god, I forgot to mash here. That was actually kind of slow. I wasn't mashing through the text. Here, I'll just grab this. Why not? Oh, that was a bad jump. So you saw that hit lag when I was colliding with the bee. So I think you're wasting like 2 frames per. Oh my god, I forgot I was gonna make a coffee like right before the run too. Yeah, I kind of just like slipped out of bed and then like brushed my teeth and got ready for the run. So. Hey. It just remembered suddenly, like right now. I wish I even put like a like a glass of water beside me or something here. But that's okay. We're like not that far from the end of the run, so yeah, I can wait. Or actually, well, I'm supposed to go out anyway for like late lunch plans, so yeah, maybe I'll get a glass of water quick. Email me some coffee, please. I need it. So yeah, you can skip over that squitter barrel, and I think it saves like 3 seconds if you skip over and get the DK coin there, but I was too low. I didn't do the normalized setup. It's kind of, yeah, like the YOLO strat. Like, usually just go for it. Oh, I avoided getting hit there. Till I slammed into the bramble. Ah, well, shoot. So yeah, if you end up getting hit here in this ladder section, then yeah, you can kind of just like iframes through most of the bees there. And then stay in the middle to get grabbed by the wind. I think I messed up my movement here, so I'm gonna play this safe a bit. So RRLAT9, I've been doing what's called short hop double jumps every now and then. And did I do a true double jump at all? I think I might have in Rattle Battle, maybe, but I honestly can't remember if I did or not this run. But yeah, so windy well. There are some like pretty neat optimizations, like it's called a fast fall, where you because you can rise up faster or slower if you're holding up or down respectively, then if you kind of like hold down as you're about to fall off the wind. Whoops, what am I doing? Whoops. As you're about to fall off the wind, then you can like be a little closer to the ground and land sooner to save some frames. If you miss the timing, then you actually will lose time compared to not going for it, though, also. A little bit. Okay, yeah, so... Gotta remember the DK coin over here. It's kind of one of those points of no return there if you screw up. And then here, gonna go for what's called Ghetto Bee Skip, where it can skip under 2 of these bees with 1 wind cycle. Since there's no DK barrels in the remainder of this level, and we need to have both Kongs for a big trick in the next level, then you'd have to revisit a level and get Diddy back if you get hit at any point here. Loses about like 12 seconds, so it's pretty painful. Pretty painful to mess up. Yeah, like back when I was grinding for 39 and 80%, like, thank God, I threw away too many runs to like failing Ghetto B skip that I just like stopped going for it for a while. And then yeah, so gonna take a death here and do the Cutlass again with the Cutlass raising his swords thing to wrong warp out of the level with a death warp. Actually, if you have 0 lives there, you also won't get a game over either. I hate doing this throw so much. See if I can just 2-1 jump to make it easier. Oh my god. I hate doing that throw with Dixie, like, the passion. I just always waste time there. To the throw, not quite making it up there, and not being able to see why it's not working visually, so. This seems to sometimes work out of nowhere. I have no idea. But anyway. So throw your girlfriend. There's an invincibility barrel. You never know if you'll find one if you throw your girlfriend, so. Yeah, you might have to hunt for those secrets. I'm just kidding. Don't throw your girlfriend, IRL. Alright, gotta go back to Castle Crush, because probably noticed I did not get the DK coin. So, yeah, roughly like halfway up the level, then, I'm gonna get the coin and, just do another dev exit out of the level. Before the dev exit was a thing, then, we used to also just take a death there, since, yet again, can't press start and select to exit out of this level, because, since I wrong warped out. There's another method of, like, kind of a wrong warp that you can do called the goal summon, which is a minute slower, but since you actually do hit the goal, the level is complete. So you can start and select out, which, if I was running like 102%, then I would do that. Implied consent to throw your girlfriend. If you find a secret, she can't complain. Nah, I'm just kidding. So yeah, also forgot to mention, yeah, this level is like the longest auto scroller in like the entire series, so yeah, trying to speed it up a bit. Like, ooh, I think I got the 2-1 lotto. That's cool. It's funny that I have like a pretty good streak of getting the 2-1 lotto first try in marathon runs for whatever reason. Half the time I get hit right after though, so like don't even save time. Like kind of funny. That time I didn't get hit, so chilling. Oh, that bonk was not great. So yeah, the reason we call that one the 2-1 lotto, so I mentioned the mechanics of 2-1 jump earlier. So That one, so whenever you do a 2-1 jump, then the jump part where you have the 2-frame window, if you get the second frame of the 2-frame window, you get a higher jump, and for that jump particularly, you have to get the second frame to get enough height to be able to team throw up there. So it's a double frame perfect trick. So yeah, chain link chamber, mostly, yeah, I like the warpless strats. I like this level a lot. Like I think the climbing is really cool. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to grab that upper rope, but that's actually slower than running on the ground, so. And then yeah, hidden DK coin. Again, I grabbed the upper rope. Yeah, you kind of want to get like under there and then like run on the ground and do like, you know, running / rolling. But if you're playing on version 1.0, there's a zip that you can do through the wall by swapping Kongs, but yeah, since I'm doing the route with version 1.1, then I can't do that. But all those wrong warps I've been doing, I get to do those. The 1.0 route is faster because of being able to do castle crush. I think faster. Yeah, so using these double jumps with Ratley to climb up the tower quick and then damage boost route with what was called a Omega True Double Jump, which I guess there's a lot of mechanics behind that. Short hop double jumps are easier, but then true double jumps, it's like a 3-frame window to get like the higher version. And then there's a thing called Omega True Double Jump, which extra cannon worms, which need to do it well enough to get enough height to get into the barrel where the DK coin was. Otherwise, you can do like the intermediate route where you go left side and bounce off of all the bees and then come back around, which I think is like 2 seconds slower. So it's like, oh my gosh. All right, up in 4. All right, so one of the hardest levels in the game right here, where everybody ties the tasks generally. Perfect IL. I wasn't even holding the controller at that time too. Just so good. Alright, anyways. So I go for an easier strat here for Screech's sprint, where I turned back to despawn the cloak that's in the way that would throw a TNT clobber at you. You can do a trick called the jump, where you jump under him. There's multiple U's in the jump as well. But yeah, for me personally, it's like the jump is like not that hard, but it's like or not that hard for me anymore. But then the part afterwards, like the moving on the rope while the cloak, because you don't despawn the cloak, it causes lag, and I like can't get the movement correct like during the lag there for whatever reason. I just like can't do it. So I'm always losing about 0.8 seconds from not doing the optimal strat there. Well, I think at 102% it loses less not going for it, but because you have to have both Kongs, which would lag the game harder. Alright, so got that DK coin. Made sure to not forget and do like 80% muscle memory. So the last Lost World we saved for last, because we don't need to fight K. Rool 1 in this category, which is like a more than 3-minute long fight. But since we don't get anything from him that's relevant to this category, then whoa, I think I was gonna get hit there. Sheesh. And yeah, we just go pretty much straight to K. Rool 2, because you actually do get a DK coin for beating K. Rool 2. Alright, so yeah, I love this level, actually. Though this level warpless is like my probably one of my like least practice stages, because you only played in this route of this category. So yeah, what's it called? So that part, if you're doing the hover strat, if you're doing the hover strat here, we gotta stop slightly to not get hit by the bee there. But yeah, if you stop by too much, then you won't make it across there. So it's like kind of tight. I actually didn't fail it at all in any of the runs I was doing. Runs in practice, the days leading up to this, but of course fail it during the marathon run. You know how it is. So you can shoot here to get across, need to swap, and then you try and do a team up throw here so that we get a super jump state when I take damage here, and you can hover up into this barrel thanks to that and shoot into the bonus instead of hoping for the Cato Ninetails luck. Whoa! Okay, anyways. Little bait. I'm gonna actually be careful here, because I feel like my movement was bad there. Because yeah, cutting that one corner, you can get caught by that bee if you're like slow on your movement. So do I save the good deaths for the audience? Yeah, exactly. And we end the level with Dixie, so yet again get another fanfare. No Diddy raps though. Rapless. Alright, so K. Rool 2. So I forget exactly how long this fight is. I think it's like 1 minute and 15 seconds. It's like one really long cycle. But time will be when the DK coin falls on me. It's one hit for the fight. Ideally I don't miss, because you actually have to do like this whole cycle again if you miss. So yeah, it'll cost like 1 minute. So yeah, K. Rool 2 is a lot shorter of a fight than K. Rool 1, because yeah, K. Rool 1's like 9 cycles. Or like some of them are kind of long. And yeah, those purple smoke clouds reverse your inputs. Well, up, down, left, and right, or backwards. Alright, so here comes the hit. And time. Yeah, I kind of waited a little long, because obviously you want to throw it into his blunderbuss as fast as you can, and ideally you want to get a dustless throw, but if you're too early, then it'll bounce off of him, and you might get might be too close to him that you can't pick it up without him hitting you, and then have to do a whole nother cycle, so it can be scary. Really, 102? I just like looked at the timer. Wow. For like messing up everything and more, I'm surprised that it was not like a 104 or something. Alright, that's cool though. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, yet again, if you want to shoot a follow, I'm at Ryan_Ford522. As much as I want to try and get sub 1 hour in this category, I'm gonna put it down for a while, because I have to practice like 80,000 things for other stuff coming up. But I haven't seen the last of me for this marathon, so I will be running Mario Tennis Game Boy Color. Originally was scheduled for the 29th, but because I'm flying out to Zeldathon that day to run Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages for that event, then yeah, we'll figure that out. I think it's tentatively on the 24th for Mario Tennis, but we'll figure that out. And yeah, I haven't played Oracle of Ages in so long, and I'm kind of new to that category, so I gotta do a massive D-Rus, plus AGDQ coming up, so I gotta practice Super Metroid, so I barely played it. Anyways, so yeah, tune in for all of that if you want. I'll try to stream in the evening later. So anyways, peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Catch you later.